Hey folks, welcome back to another video. Today in this video, I will go over some of the snacks that you purchase. I shouldn't say you purchase because I might be speaking to carnivore diet, enthusiasts, let's say that. But that's I'm directing it to, right? So if you are on the carnivore diet, these items will kind of anchor you to where your direction goes. Now, a lot of the carnivore diet, I believe, is removing all of the garbage that we normally eat. Okay, whether it's wheat or it's sugary foods, if it's sugary drinks, whatever the case may be, highly ultra processed food. So we eliminate them and we stick to just a plain meat diet. We're going to notice a vast difference in the way we feel and our weight, and in many other obvious situations that you have going on in your life, whether it's depression, whether it's diseases, that type of thing. I know in my life I experienced quite a bit of traumatic, I shouldn't say traumatic, tremendous advances in my whole being as a body, right? Now, I think as carnivore, we don't get into all, this food, that food, this food, all these ingredients you mix with it, because so many of the ingredients is bad, that even the spices are not truly, they have GMO in them, and they have, oh God, I can't think of it. They call it artificial flavoring. A lot of them, a lot of the buttery mix is soy. It's not even real food, But anyways, so I wanted to go over some of the snacks and what things in items, chemicals, items. I'm trying to get away from saying food items because they're not really food. So let's jump into this. Let's jump into. So as we look, yellow number 6, linked to adrenal tumors, is found in Lucky Charms, Trix, and Fruit Loops. Now, I've continue to say this over and over and over. I understand that companies, no matter if they're building cars or they're producing food, they have to make a profit. But I think what happens is a lot of these companies, they tend to take their profits over people's health. I mean, you could look at it. I just read an article today that said the caloric intake today is no different than it was 50 years ago. Okay. But there's something happening to our food. Okay. If we're not eating that many more calories, we're eating something in the food that's causing everyone to be sick. Now, there's a doctor, a highly productivity doctor, heart surgeon. Should I say productivity? More like respected. And he says that it was almost unheard of for somebody to have heart issues. These things that are causing number one cause of death in the United States 100 years ago. It was just uncommon. Okay. So I think it has to do with a lot of the seed oils. It has to do with the things that we're pushed to eat that are saying, get away from saturated fats, all these things. With your brain needs the fats, your heart needs, your heart needs to run off ketones, right? It doesn't need to run off anything else. It likes ketones. So anyway, so getting back to my list here. So getting back to what I say about the companies that need to make a profit, I think what they do is they get into their labs and they find out what the human taste bud really wants. Okay. It's almost the drug deal where you're putting all these you're making fentanyl, you're making meth. I mean, all these items to make someone high so they'll continue to buy your product. In yellow number 5, yellow number 6 can reportedly cause DNA mutations in white blood cells, Doritos, Ruffles, and Cheetos. I mean, them were kind of a staples, right? I mean, you look, I don't see an adult eating Lucky Charm, but you're feeding this crap to your kids, all right? Doritos and Ruffles and Cheetos, titanium dioxide, excuse me, linked to lung cancer and cupcakes. It's some Little Debbie's. It's probably Ho-Ho's or whatever else there's out there. I mean, this is meant to make you cry. I mean, not only have majority of people eaten this food, but they continue. I'll save that for the next video. Red 40 products must carry warning label in Europe. Contains benzene, which is linked to blood cancers. That's not good because you're going to get your lymphomas from that. Duncan Hines perfectly moist cake mixes, icing, Pillsbury, confetti cake mix, a variety of candles, including candies, Skittles and Sour Patch Kids and M&Ms. I mean, come on. I mean, I wasn't a Skittles fan. I don't like Sour Patch, whatever they are, but M&Ms, they were I couldn't walk away from them. Could not do it. Food dyes linked to cancer and hyperactivity. Look at, really? I mean, that's got to be in all these foods. Hyperactivity. Gatorade and I never heard of that one. Pedialyte? I never heard of that. A yellow number 5 can cause cancer cells and can grow faster upon exposure. Tostitos, Doritos dip. QSO. Can cause cancer cells can grow faster upon exposure. I mean, we all have cancer cells, right? We all have it. Every person living on this planet, a human being, has cancer cells. It depends on your body whether they regulate them, get rid of them, or keep them under control, or just let them do what they may. So I'm bringing these warnings out because most people don't know. They just don't know. I mean, they think, I don't know how many times, I'll save that for another video. I keep trying to tend to that one, but I'll save that for another video. So I hope these videos just strike a chord with you people. Not, if you're on the carnivore diet, this will just set a foundation, a footing. A foundation is built depends on what part of the country you are. It's just laid flat, but it holds the majority of the weight that's on top of it, right? In some parts of the country, they have to dig down below the frost line to set that so it's not pushed around with the continual freezing and thawing. And the foundation that we have as carnivores is to stay away from everything. It's called an elimination diet. I like that term more than just being a carnivore. It's the elimination. Whatever you're buying, you have to do the research on what is put into it. Whether it's that taste that you like with all the spices, you need to look at some of them. If it's not what it says, you have to look at the ingredients and research the ingredients before you put that in your body. I know for me that when I stopped with all this and I picked a few things back up, because a carnivore, some people go to the extreme. They look at it and they say, I want to be carnivore and I just want to know where my beef's coming from. You could go into a mental disorder with that. Okay. I mean, if you can go up and down and you can go try things and come back, and that's good. That'll work for me, like coffee or tea or some of these other things that, I look at a carnivore diet is that you're eating meats, right? You're not doing the keto diet. You're not throwing, I'm watching how many, carbs I'm eating per day so I can eat this much spinach. And it's too much measuring, right? But if you know that you can drink green tea or coffee and it doesn't affect your body, you're not freaking out because you ate something that doesn't agree with you, that's fine. But when you start getting into the cupcakes and the cereals and all these ultra processed foods, then you're not on a carnivore diet, let me tell you. So I appreciate you guys watching another video, and look for me to make more videos on the toxic food we're eating. As well as other videos. So you guys have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye now.